I just thought that throughout the first 45, I thought that Palace had a lot of chances and Arsenal were quite lucky to go in ahead at half-time. And then it was...
Well, they started well, Arsenal. I mean, given that they started busy...
But they took their foot off the pedal at 1-0.
Well, I think Palace, I mean, what they've done there, and this is some praise to Vieira, right, by the way, because Arsenal still haven't been beaten. That showed fight right at the end to get that equaliser. Although, like I say, you always need that little bit of luck.
What do you mean Arsenal haven't been beaten? Oh, you mean last night?
Yeah, they didn't get beaten.
No.
I think there's 6 now. They haven't been beaten in 6.
Okay.
So they're on a nice little run, Arsenal, although they would have fancied the chances last night. Vieira coming back adds to the emotion of it all.
They were chanting his name before in the Arsenal fans.
Well, rightly so. What a legend he is, mate. I mean,
you say rightly so. A few Arsenal fans phoned up yesterday saying they thought it was wrong that before the game, they said there was more support for Patrick Vieira than there was their own manager.
Well, I get that. Listen, it's about timing sometimes. If you look at Arteta... He retired from the game, and within 3 years, he's manager of Arsenal. And people say, "Was Arsenal legend, come back, captained Arsenal, played for him, and now he's the manager after 3 years under Pep." I mean, under Pep, with a team, most expensive team, winning everything, and he's been a manager, so he gets the job. Vieira's been linked to that Arsenal job twice and never been given the opportunity, and he is a real Arsenal legend. Let's be straight about it. He's a proper Arsenal legend.
Of course, you won't get an argument.
He was at Man City, youth team, reserves, had to go to America to the sister club of Man City to get his opportunity. He did all right there. Then he thought he was getting the Arsenal job. They gave it to Emery, didn't they? And then he went to Nice. I think he did okay at Nice, really. I know he got sacked in the end, but if you look where they finished, he did decent. Yet he's never been given that opportunity.
Oh, wow.
At Arsenal. It's falling to bits, this studio, mate. We did this yesterday. But... So I get where I don't understand how it's about being in the right place at the right time. And obviously, Arteta was, same as Frank was with Chelsea when he got that Chelsea job. But for a legend like Vieira, never to actually get a go at it, it's quite strange.
Well, I'll tell you what I find quite strange is Palace fans phoning up last night saying how great Patrick Vieira is, right? Some Arsenal fans phone up. I mean, we'll put it out there to Arsenal fans as well now, and Palace fans, you can talk about your manager. Some Arsenal fans saying they'd rather have Patrick Vieira in the dugout than Mikel Arteta. I'm looking at his record, right? As you quite rightly said, went over to America. Whatever anyone does as a manager over America, you can't really count. Let's be fair.
He did okay in America.
Right? Okay, but it doesn't really count, does it? No. He went over to Nice, got the sack after 18 months. They've won 1 game in 8, Palace. Now, I know in the summer he had a great transfer market. They brought in basically, they changed the spine of the team. I know they've got...
It's a rebuild, though.
I know that, but my point is, it's way too early for any Arsenal fan to say, I'd rather have Vieira. And it's way too early for any Palace fan to say, oh my goodness, Patrick Vieira is the be-all and end-all.
Yeah, but what they're saying, though, and like most football fans would, it's purely down to the legend status of Vieira. I think that's the point of a lot of Arsenal fans. It's the emotions, isn't it? Because if you think about it, was it too early for Arteta to be manager of Arsenal?
Without a doubt.
Without a doubt. Yeah. Was it too early for Frank to be manager of Chelsea? Without a doubt. Now, Vieira has had to go to other clubs, right, and never been given that chance at Arsenal early. He's having to earn it the hard way. And it might benefit him in the end.
I've still not seen anything of Patrick Vieira, whose side have played 8 games in the Premier League and won 1.
Oh, I have. I've been impressed. You've not been impressed by the way Palace have played. If you consider some of the senior pros went now, Townsend, Van Arnold, Sacco, Cahill, Dan, Hennessy, McCarthy.
But it's a results business.
But these were all players under Roy Hodgson that played quite a lot. They suddenly out of the team, and he's got a team with some youngsters and some experience, and he's got to playing a slightly different brand of football. The football they played last night, I thought was really, really good. The way the attack took place.
I agree on the counter. But let's not forget Arsenal were appalling as well yesterday. Let's not forget that. They were lucky to get the point in the end, but I think they were lucky to get anything out of the game in the first place.
But that's the point though, isn't it? What you said. So the point is, Arteta's been there now. What is this, his 3rd year?
So 2 years in December it is.
2 years in December. Yeah. He seems to be exactly in the same place from when he joined.
Yeah.
Yet Vieira, I think, already with the changes that have happened in a short period of time, everybody's quite excited. He had no Zaha and Easy.
That's right. He's coming back from injury soon. Yeah.
Right. So he didn't have them two last night. When them two come back into that side, how exciting?
Okay, let me ask you this: if you said to a Palace fan, after 8 games you'll have 1 win, that won't be good enough. But all of a sudden, I mean, they're only 5 points from the bottom 3. I'm not saying he's doing a bad job, Vera. I'm not saying that at all.
I know what
I'm saying is, I can't understand why everyone's getting excited about it. I've seen nothing yet.
Because we all love Vieira.
Of course we do. But Arsenal fans phoning up telling me they'd rather have Vieira than Arteta in the dugout. I just don't get that yet. It might happen. I just don't get that yet.
Perhaps because with Arteta, they're not seeing any real... When he talks about trust the process, perhaps the fans, not me, perhaps they're not seeing the process he thinks they're making. And they've gone nowhere in that 2-year period. Mm-hmm. Now, under Vieira, people are already saying it's a totally different style of football already with a different team.
Yeah.
And there's something for Palace fans to be excited. I'm with you. They're not far off trouble. They go 3 or 4 games without a victory, and they're down there, you know what I mean? So it's not going to be easy. But I think there's an excitement around Crystal Palace, and I don't think there's been an excitement for a while.